So, in this last section of our newsletter, I'm going to be sharing some strategies, maybe some tips, some tricks, some platforms that really help us deliver our 8th grade social studies Teach Smart curriculum. The first thing I want to go over, and the main thing, is going to be on how to ensure that we're holding all our kids accountable for their learning, especially because our curriculum has embedded check for understanding components. It's got bell ringers, it's got demonstration of learning, and it also has within the instruction star aligned questions. So the first one, and we went over this during our curriculum launch PD, is what we call the pinch cards. Everyone has access to this in the drive, but I wanted to circle back to these because starting day one with this, with low stake examples, really will help our kiddos understand what the routines and the procedures are. But most importantly, know that when you're delivering instruction, the expectation is for them to be actively engaged, listening, because they're going to be held accountable for their learning. So remember, we went over this. Once you have your question, whether it be the bell ringer, a star line question, or a demonstration of learning, the goal is that your kids answer the question using these pinch cards. So if the answer is A, they put it here. I recommend right in front of their chest. This makes it easier. Once you scan them, tell them they put their card down. Also, some tips and tricks on how I've seen this used throughout different classrooms. Some teachers had just a class set, and they would put them they had like pouches, like cell phone holder pouches. And so students would, replace their phone with this. No, the vice versa. They'd replace their, the card with their cell phone. And then they'd take this to their desk and they'd use it. And then they'd go back at the end of class and kind of swap it out. This ensures that they're not leaving them all over the place because they need to go get their cell phone, right? So they're kind of swapping that out. I've seen where teachers do do individual student sets. So every student has one. They have a pocket. They put it in their pocket and they take it out and use it every day. So that's just an example. The last thing I want to go over is a iteration of this, basically. So another example of how to use this, but more or somewhat digitally. With this next platform, it is called Plickers.com. With this platform, all you need is one teacher device, whether it's an iPad or your cell phone. You download the app. It's called Plickers.com. You log in online and you copy and paste your student rosters, and you're able to type out the questions and deliver them live. And the kids use this Plickers card to answer their question, and you use your device to scan them. And when you're scanning them, you're actually collecting data. Now, I know I'm going over this really fast, but if you get on YouTube, you can just type in Plickers.com and you're going to get really straightforward, easy to use information on how to kind of get this system off the ground. It's really, really simple. But if you have more questions after you watch your YouTube videos, reach out to me. I don't mind, we can get on a Zoom during your PLC and we can go over how to use this. Or next time I'm at your campus, we can go over this as well. I do want to show you something really quick. Let's say you want to put in grades and you want to do some checking for understanding questions. Use it as a quiz grade or a participation grade. That's one that's really important. A lot of the times we don't know how to use participation grades or what to collect. This is participation. If the kids are doing their bell ringer, their questions within the lesson, and their demonstration of learning, that is a participation grade. And at the end of the week, you can have that as a grade and use it in your grade book. So you would just go here to score sheet and you could do day, week, or month. And so let's say I want to do week for second period. I'll go to the week that I want. And now I have their grades. So here you'll see Abraham Lincoln had a 25%. Benjamin Franklin had a 29%. Of course, these are not great, but just to give you an idea of how you can use this data and to showcase, to show the kids and show them, hey, I'm collecting this as data. So I need you, one, actively engaged in the lesson, and two, trying your best when you're answering these questions because you are being held accountable for your learning. So again, if you have more questions on that, feel free to reach out. I hope that you guys use one or the other because we already have those embedded check for understanding in your curriculum. Now the goal is to ensure that kids are actively engaged and listening because they are going to be held accountable for their learning. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.